Hello, this is Dr. Lewerenz at Longevity Health Institute, again here in Rochester, Michigan. Hope this finds you well. I'm here in my practice at the end of the day, as usual, kind of coming to you with some integrative, functional, personalized medical information. But I thought what would be cool is this week I had the pleasure of having a Michigan State medical student with me, Neil Krentz. He's a second-year medical student at Michigan State. And probably most of you don't know, I'm a clinical professor at Michigan State University, so I often get students and residents and interns rotating here from Michigan State as well as other hospitals and that. And what was interesting and cool for Neil, I think, and when we get students here and residents and such, is that when we, because our approach is more personalized and more looking at functionality of healthcare, I am a board certified family practitioner. There's a nice blend here. And so Neil showed up and I told him, hey, this is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a different experience and you're going to be introduced to a lot of different things and be open-minded. So how was your week? What do you think?
Well, the week started off a little slow. It took some getting used to. You hit the nail right on the head. It was nothing that I'd really seen. Nothing I've really been exposed to in the past, and definitely not what jumps out when you think of family practice or primary care. But as the week got on and I kind of got my feet under me a little bit, I've really started to kind of notice a trend of here are patients with could be seemingly insignificant issues to other physicians or other primary care physicians, but that were responding really well to treatment and they were committed to finding their cure. They were dedicated patients. All in all, just a really positive experience. People that, like I said, may have been swept under the rug or shrugged off as insignificant potentially, were really receiving, first off the time.
Yeah.
You spent a lot of time with your patients and they responded really well to that. Yeah. Everything was very thorough. The treatments were unique. There was a rhyme and reason for every treatment. This wasn't just,
And what I tried to do with Neil, which is I think really, really key to incorporate now into personalized medicine, into primary care. And that means listening to patients, giving them more time, thinking of them as a whole person, digging deeper into when they have a thyroid concern or a weight concern or a diabetic concern. And I'm sure he saw that because, visits usually are anywhere from 20 minutes to even an hour, our new patients and that. And, we look at detailed and objective tests, but we also listen. And I think that's really important. I think that's kind of, which is good for you, I think, to see in even this kind of functional primary care model, because it's something that nowadays the average office visit in a primary care office is 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to handle in 7 minutes. And, this is a good starting point for you to see some of this stuff.
Yeah. In school, we usually practice in about a 30-minute time window, and we're told to be prepared for about half of that when we get into practice. So,
which is generous.
Which is generous. So, patients really responded well to having a doctor listen to them, through anything as simple as I just feel off, or I'm a little fatigued, and to really have that complaint investigated thoroughly. The patient response was incredible and something that blew me away.
Yeah. Well, and when we first met, and again on Monday morning we had him in here, and I just said, hey, listen, this is gonna be a little bit different, and you're gonna see some different stuff, and everything's very evidence-based and science-based and that, but be open-minded. And I introduced him to what we call our functional medical model, where we take a systems approach and we look at hormones, genetics, detoxification, stress effects on the body, like mind-body stuff, structural pain things. I mean, you've seen everything here this week, just in a week, or 4 days, I'm sorry, from hormone treatments to cancer patients.
Yep.
To ozone for orthopedic injuries and pain, to probably a lot of digestive and gut health issues. Yeah. So, what do you think of the medical functional wheel, the model? Or what was your impression or take on that?
My first impression is it really aligned well with the osteopathic principles of body, mind, and spirit, and that structure and function are. And they relate. Yeah. I think the wheel makes a lot of sense, and when you look at it, it seems pretty general, but when you really kind of break it down, it plays into medicine well, is that, yeah, everything is connected, and, somebody's gut health could play into their hormones and, how they feel, and it takes a while to kind of see the whole picture, but once you do, it does really make a lot of sense.
Well, it took me more than 4 days. And Neil did wonderful. Neil's going to be an awesome doctor, no matter what he chooses. The world's open to him. It's his oyster. So he's not 100% sure what he's going to do, but he's he's doing it very systematically, and I think he's open-minded, and that alone is wonderful. But you're going to be an excellent doctor, and you did excellent this week. And I think what's key is to listen to patients and be open, and actually for a medical student, and your physical exam skills and all that were wonderful. So you're going to do well. Any last thoughts?
This is definitely something, like you said, once I get tossed back out into the medical world, this is not something I want to let go of. This is not something I want to forget. There's definitely a need for this, and patients who may have been struggling or fed up with how medicine is, I would caution them to make that generalization that all doctors are like this, because you're an example that there's a different breed of doctor out there, someone who listens and someone who really puts their heart and soul into their patients and really wants to see patients through. And it's received well, and it's been an awesome learning lesson, and I'm sad that it's only been 4 days.
Here it's the end of the day, and I said, all right, we're all done. Hey, time for Christmas. And he goes, oh, really? Seriously? Already? Come on. So anyway, I hope this finds you well. This is Dr. Lewerenz at Longevity Health Institute. We're always here to help you and look into the functionality and depth of your wellness and health conditions. You can always find us on the internet. Find us here on Facebook. Call our office, longevityhealthinstitute.com. longevityhealthinstituteinc.com, or 248-289-6643. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and I'll talk to you soon. Be well.